hear those sleigh bells ring a ting a ting a ling a too. Ring a ling a ling a ding a dong a ding. It's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Snow is falling and our friends are calling. Just hear those sleigh bells ring a ting a ting a ling a too. Ring a ling a ling a ding a dong a ding. It's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Snow is falling and our friends are calling. Just hear those sleigh bells ring a ting a ting a ling a too. Ring a ling a ling a ding a dong a ding. It's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Snow is falling and our friends are calling.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wade and Carter Show. If that doesn't get you into the spirit, I don't know what does on this Monday morning.
Live.
3 shopping days left to
Live from
Christmas.
7-Eleven. Wow, that's good stuff, Ash.
Person who shall remain nameless sent that to me this morning.
So what
It
me?
basically says, if you're having a bad day, just listen to Indian Jingle Bells. And
Can
got me
you flip
smiling
over? Is
and
there like a
laughing.
place to follow? Can you go over and see another one of their
I don't know.
videos?
I'm looking. Let me
Hit
see.
that follow, but it's not. Oh, you're not on. Yeah, there you are. See what else you can find.
All right.
I'll do the weather while you try to find us another holiday favorite. Folks, the Wade and Carter weather is brought to you by the great folks at AT Deerland Feed. For everything you need, there's Deerland Feed. I went by on Friday was it Friday?
But the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
That's good
Challenge
stuff.
accepted.
I like it. 64 degrees in Victoria under mostly cloudy skies, heading to a high of 80. 80 degrees. It's just kind of, to be
Does
honest,
not- yeah.
warm and muggy.
It's hard to get in the Christmas spirit unless you listen to that. The Bollywood remix of Let It Snow.
Yeah. I can only listen to so much Christmas music.
Oh, I've listened to it. I could listen to it.
I know you
all
like it.
December.
Okay,
But you know what?
December, yes, but because it started the day after Halloween.
Not for me. Not for Christmas music. I December 1, Christmas music goes on. I had my tree up early, but I will not listen to Christmas music prior to December. Maybe November 30th.
Donnie did a great job, period. But Donnie put up the Christmas tree like the day after Thanksgiving. And so, which is early for us. But
And
now
I-
that we have
yeah.
slave labor, with the teenage boys and multiple ladders, we had them all in there, and it was like Christmas tree ninja. It was done
Piece
like
of the wood,
yeah.
doing this.
Scaffolding.
Looking like Mexican scaffolding if you're down and
flock. You have to spray some flock onto your tree.
but like Christmas, like the day after, like Boxing Day, Christmas music doesn't get played. I can't do it after Christmas Day.
Now, see, we don't know what Boxing Day is here in the
December
States.
26th.
There you go. And why do the Canadians do something just to try to distract?
It was
from our Christmas?
it was a way to extend the holidays to those who
'Cause
maybe
they're a bunch of
couldn't
drunks.
celebrate with family and friends on Christmas Day. So then on the next day, you took it to them that you didn't get to celebrate to. You boxed everything up and you took it with you. That's
Is that literally where it came from?
Yep.
So it's like, we can't be there on the day, but we'll come by the next one. Okay. Fine. I'll go with that. I like that.
Daniel Wade White, Rena Scherer, Ricky King on the podium this morning. Good morning, everybody.
Ricky King probably on the road somewhere. Be
Probably
safe,
so.
brother.
Yep.
Roads are wet. Be careful. If you need them, call Allen's Wrecker Service, 578-6300. Anywhere within the No Bull Network, Magic 95.9, or even KTMV in Corpus Christi.
Allens can get you.
Allen's is there to help you.
Scott Tomko, Marvin Mikish, Bobby Leister, Heather Stewart, Lisa Poole, Linda Chris, Jr., Buddy Stavanoa, good morning, Frank Mejia, Sherry Jacobs, Stephanie Connie, Tammy Keeling, good morning. Good morning, Marina.
Awesome.
Good group checking in this morning. Glad you're all here.
Yep.
So, Friday, it was supposed to be the end-all, be-all, or the be-all, end-all for the Epstein files, and
Right.
the drama will continue because the DOJ decided, well, we can't quite release it all because there's some things in there that we can't release.
They're the key word they keep using is survivors.
Yeah.
We're trying to protect the survivors. And the logic employed is that there are people in the video or in the pictures that may have been held against their will, and these folks are worthy of being protected. I agree with that. They're also going in and redacting a bunch of people. What I've studied hard, because I do agree with just putting it all out there and letting people determine what they will. I've got no problem with that. A problem is when you redact it, people assume that you have a motive to redact it. I saw a picture the other day, and it's Donald Trump circa early 90s, it looks like, based on his hair and all that and the way he looks. He's with about 5 women on an airplane. Well, it turns out they were all adults, and they were part of the beauty pageant,
Yeah,
and
Miss
it was
America
like a
or something
promo
like that.
photo.
Yeah.
But it's like Donald Trump with women, and people say, this is your president.
No, he wasn't our president at that time.
No, he was
the
the
guy that
Democrat
owned the
business
beauty
guy.
pageant. Exactly.
And at the end of the day, I keep waiting for them to show me a picture of him with a teenage girl who's not related to him.
Well, and there was a picture that was released Friday with him redacted, and everybody went, "Oh, that was the thing, right? Oh, he's with somebody underage." And they redacted the photo, or then they
Took
redacted
away.
the redaction,
Right.
and turns out, yeah, adult.
And they show one, there is one where they're all kind of dancing. It's a video snippet. You've seen that as well. The girl's got the green shorts on, and he's kind of got his hands on her waist. But they're all these beauty pageant girls. And they're all schmoozing with the Donald because it's a profit deal. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not
They
saying...
want to impeach him again, and they are looking for anything they can grab a hold of
They're just
and ride it to
distracting.
the impeachment finish line. They have nothing. I listened this morning, I think it was on Fox News, and the average 401k was down 15% under Biden
Totally
when you
recouped.
factored in inflation. And now, not only have those losses been erased, gains are almost the other way. So, I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. There's J.R. Burns checking in. Tell Gary we said hi. Saw her at church yesterday. He was mucking stalls at the house.
Callie Fromme says there were those great gotcha memes of Trump leaving the cap off the toothpaste or leaving up the toilet seat.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's where they are right now.
And at the same time, you never hear mention of Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, other folks that certainly were even Prince Andrew. You're not hearing anything about all of that. They're acting like Donald Trump was running around, naked on Epstein Island.
And he was the only one on the island.
He was the only one there and having his way with 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And you get that all the time. And I don't buy into everything about Joe Biden either. And 2 wrongs don't make a right, and all the disclaimers you want to use. But in this current moment, you get that all the time, that if you're not anti-Trump, not if you're pro-Trump, if you're not anti-Trump, you're for misogyny, rape, pedophilia, all
You're
this
a
stuff.
racist.
All this stuff is unsubstantiated in any form. It's all just made up. At least if you want to be mad at Joe Biden, you can see the hundreds of pictures. I've seen a collage. Is that what it was?
I
Collage.
think so, yes.
A number of pictures.
Montage.
A montage. One of those French words. And he is sniffing little girls and touching their hair, and they're taking pictures, and he's got his hands. I mean, you can say, well, he's just a loving old grandpa figure. He's just an old grandpa. Well,
Creepy old grandpa.
he's a creepy old grandpa. There's no getting around it. It's no different than, to me, it's no different than Donald Trump.
Except Donald Trump isn't doing that with
Right.
young girls.
Except Donald Trump's not in those pictures. Yeah. So the Dems perform always doing what they're accusing other people of doing. There's Bob Constantine checking in. Good morning, brother. I know you're healing up. I hope you're well.
I'm hearing rumors he might be home by the New Year's.
Wow.
Yeah, by the new year. So keep praying for your recovery, Bob. Mark Hertz checking in. Jarrett McCrugan, Jordan Glass, Torrin Bales. Good
Hi,
morning.
Torrin.
Greg Garcia checking in. Adam Daughtry, Justin Glass. What did Junior say? His Tesla stock is up. You might want to sell some of that right now, Junior, because apparently there's a big traffic jam in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't
Electric
know.
cars
Yeah,
not
the
working
Waymo
right.
cars caused a traffic jam, and I thought that was the whole point of them, was to avoid that stuff, but apparently they caused the jam.
So let me ask you this. I heard one today. I was up early. I heard one today. Jay Ratliff is a former Northwest Airlines senior executive,
Yep.
and he checks in on Slater's show, who is being run by a lady today. And
Mary Walters.
I miss when Mike's not there. So I'm not equating, but I understand what you folks go through when we're not here. Like, you get into a habit, whether it's a good habit or not, you get into a habit, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, where are these guys? You know, how come they're not here? When Slater's not there, it's like when you go to church and your pastor's not there and there's a substitute. You're like, whoa, God doesn't know this guy. Where's my pastor? So the guy is talking about the facial recognition technology and things, and I don't know why this Walters lady was vehemently against it. It doesn't bother me at all. Anything that gets me through the gate quicker, take my picture. I mean, anywhere you go nowadays, somebody's taking your picture. But he was talking about the day will come in the not too distant future where you will put your own deal on your bag and load it yourself, and you will go to an agentless kiosk and use facial recognition to board the aircraft. There won't be an agent there to say boarding passes, boarding group A. How much longer before an airline says, we can do it for less money because we're basically flying a big drone. We're basically flying a plane without a pilot. It's being captained by AI technology from a bunker in Colorado Springs.
The technology exists. And
You're getting on that plane? I want a dude up there that goes, Roger, Roger.
I'm sure pilots will stay.
I've got 5,000 hours of flying time.
Yeah,
We'll
but
be cruising today at an altitude of 35,000 feet. You look out the left window.
here's why I don't think it'll happen. The airlines are making so much money right now, and they're tweaking their miles program, their loyalty programs. The benefits aren't what they used to be. You get no perks if you're a card member, or in some airlines, if you buy the basic economy fare, you don't even accrue miles anymore. And they're up,
never expire.
and they're upcharging you for seat selection.
And for every bag now, Southwest got on that deal.
Yep. No, they're doing all that stuff now. And that's why I don't think you're ever going to see agentless gates and all that stuff, because
I don't think
they're
the
making too
union
much
will
money and
stand
they're
for it.
controlling. Well, there's that too.
The
But
union
they're
won't stand
controlling you.
for
They
it.
won't stand for it. But it's ridiculous. I mean, the boarding process is ridiculous. I mean, the only reason they board you is because of how much you paid for your flight, really. Or you're a
Right.
loyalty member, right? That's it. There's no reason why. I don't know. It's just, but they won't ever get rid of it. They're changing things, and they're charging more for different things. And I read United is now going to roll out some 787s. Half the plane is going to be business class. You know what that means? Up
Prices
fares.
go up.
Yep.
Junior Sample says Ford dumped its electric car project totally last week.
Yep.
So he's going to hold the line. That's like a glass half empty, glass half full. You'll recall that just maybe 4 years ago, Cadillac said by 2035, we're all electric.
I'm waiting for GM to back
that's
off
done.
that stance.
Cadillac's already backed off that. You can't make an all electric Escalade that'll get you from here to Colorado. So they're going to keep making gas powered vehicles because their most popular vehicle is the Cadillac Escalade.
And Ford backed off, and they said they'll be gas hybrid engines. They're not abandoning electric engines as a whole, but they're going to be gas hybrids.
I could see where Tesla could still do great, because I could see at some point
going to be the only ones in the space.
That's what I'm saying. 12 to 15% of the vehicles on the road might be electric vehicles. And you know what? That might make sense. Like someone like my mother, who so very rarely ever leaves Victoria County, she's a great candidate for an electric car.
GMC's not backing down on their electric vehicles.
They're not backing down on their electric vehicles, but Cadillac has backed down on its stance of being all electric.
That's true.
Which is what I reported, sir.
Right.
So you're basically coming in with a random comment unrelated to the conversation.
No, you said Tesla was the only one moving forward.
Oh, no. Did I say that?
You did.
I think if we review the tape that I said Tesla will continue to make great strides because they could end up, and you said, being the only one in the space.
That's what I said.
Right.
Oh, so it's Ash's fault. Got it.
Right.
And I think Rivian might have a place. Polestar might still have a little bit of a space, but
there's another one too. There's a handful of them that are gorgeous.
Volkswagen is now coming back with the Scout as all electric vehicles, but I think you'll end up seeing those becoming a hybrid, electric hybrid, because trying to get offline with an all electric and you get stuck somewhere.
Cody, you have a fan. Ash said, Scott Tompkins said, don't harass your fact checker. Hang on a second. Go ahead. I'm just ignore me.
Well, it's just because I drive an electric vehicle that I'm
right.
standing up for.
He's standing up for his poor purchase. That's what he's standing up for.
Nothing.
I love my truck.
Nothing says I'm torn like having an all electric behemoth of a vehicle.
Over 300 miles of the tank. I have plenty of go around.
Over 300 miles to the tank.
And it cost me
relative.
Cost me $20 to fill it up.
So it costs you. I'm getting 387 miles to the tank at $40 a tank right now because of gas prices.
So I win.
You still win, but not by much.
It's true.
If you had to stop somewhere between here and there to recharge, how long does that take?
Depends where you stop, but I would say an hour if I was fully empty.
So you have to go to a Buc-ee's and you could go in. You could go in, grab a bite to eat, go to the restroom 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
But that's normal at Buc-ee's.
Right.
That's what I do anyway if I stop at Buc-ee's.
If you don't need to go when you get there, Jared McCrugan, same side of the bed every day. Same side. Falls out on the dumb side every day. So, yeah, you've got that going on. Let me see if I can find.
What are you looking to find?
Well, I just reached out. I reached out to my Cadillac expert.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get. Yeah, we can take a break.
a great break real quick.
Breaks are cheap.
Pals
Pals Bingo.
Get in, win some Christmas money.
It's fun. Palace Bingo,
It is.
lots of friends. Get in there. Friends meet friends at Palace Bingo. I've seen people come in, families meet there. They have a meal. They play bingo for a while. They go home. It's fantastic. USA Concrete Coatings, 578-HOME. Charlie Garcia.
Give him a call. Talk to Elaine. She'll get you hooked up with Charlie or whoever needs to come out and fix your slab, address your drab slab, make it look nicer, level your house. You got foundation issues.
They can do it all. Hello, Monty Howard.
Good morning, Monty.
Veracruz Restaurant on a Monday. Get into Veracruz. Fantastic. Best Mexican food in town, period. Queso, guac, creamy guac. It's got a secret ingredient, olive oil. And hot sauce, homemade chips. It's fantastic.
It really is. I listened to somebody the other day, was talking to somebody who's new in town. They were asking, where's the best Mexican restaurant in town? And unsolicited, didn't prod them at all. They asked somebody, and I just happened to be eavesdropping on the conversation.
Right.
And they said, oh, I like Veracruz. So there you go. We're not the only ones.
There you have it, the Dollar Floor Store. For all your flooring needs, whether you need tile, backsplash tile, hardwood flooring, carpet.
Like
They've got it all.
that goes with it.
You need that grout so you don't get the gout. Reach out to the Dollar Floor Store. You ever had gout? I've had people say it's just terrible. I'm sure Junior's had it. Junior
Has almost every affliction.
Yeah.
The shopping block. Get in last minute. Go in. Trying to see. I know. I think you had until Friday to get your orders in for meat for Christmas if you wanted anything pre-cooked. But if you want to grab a prime rib roast for Christmas Day, you can still go in and get them cut that for you. Steaks, sausage, boudin, jalapeno poppers, anything you're going to need for your Christmas meal that's in the meat cases, they've got for you. You can go get it.
There you go.
Great place to go.
Love it.
Oh, great stocking stuffers too, like that, like SPJ seasoning. Just saying, Bernie.
Just a raw chicken in the stocking is what I'm over here thinking about.
Bernie's
Is it
butt
just
rub.
simply like wrapped in butcher paper?
Right.
Bernie's butt rub.
They've got all kinds of different variations on seasonings. I will tell you, there's a Cody Chandler, my neighbor, turned me on to one. If you pick those up and look at them, almost every one of the seasonings that's very popular, chupacabra, whatever, their main ingredient. By the way, ingredients are always listed on the back of an object, on the back of a deal by volume. So the first ingredient is always the one that is the most prominent ingredient. It's always salt, because salt is cheap and salt enhances flavor. This Dano's guy, D-A-N like O, Dan-O, they don't do that. He says, I've got several seasonings that my number one ingredient is not salt. And the way their ingredients are, Cody put it on a steak and it was phenomenal. It's not a paid ad. I'm just saying, pretty good. It's pretty good.
I was just thank you for filling as I filled in as I was looking for the chopping block
Yeah.
stuff. Prime ribs, steaks, 5 flavors of boudin in right now. Bacon cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburger sausage as well. That one's really good. Have that.
You know that guy on that I think it's Progressive Insurance commercial where he goes, the guy that keeps people from becoming their parents.
Yeah.
And the guy holds up the coffee. Jan, is there a Jan here? Jan, your coffee. It could be Jan. I was that guy yesterday. I was at HEB and I'd spoken, it's holiday time. And I tried to speak to everybody anyway. And I said, hey, good morning. And this guy was getting boudin from HEB. And it was in one of those shrink wrap packages. And I go, don't buy that. And he goes, what? I go right down the street here. And right before you get to the loop on the right, there's going to be a place called the Chopping Block. And go in there and buy their boudin. And he goes, I'm actually from Louisiana. And I said, well, then all you're doing there is buying disappointment in a package. So go on down to the Chopping Block and buy their boudin. And he goes, I will. He goes, I mean that. Are they open?
Did you change numbers so you can see if he actually liked it?
No. I mean, but he
They're going to the Rose Garden together later.
right. I'm meeting him and his family with some breath mints.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Linda says Rob is anemic right now, so we're all about the meat.
Says no gout here.
I've got
Only our listeners.
I've got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. It's my annual deal. What a dumb time to have your annual deal.
Right before
I'm coming
Christmas.
off a huge party, and then last night we had dinner. I had prime rib and pecan pie.
That's like
and
2
all
prime
that.
ribs in a week for you.
Oh my goodness! And I've got to go this morning and give blood. And I'm sure she's going to go 911. Call 911. Unbelievable.
Take your new best friend with you.
Yeah. Speaking of unbelievable, first day at Bank of Louise, Cowboys up there. Cowboys suck. 2 words. All you got to say.
Yeah, we had them at 10-7. They might win 7 games, and that'll be their season.
That's it.
We had the Texans at 10-7, and they could win 12. Playing good football.
The Texans are
Escaped
doing
against
good.
was it the Raiders last night? They barely beat.
Yes, but they did find a way to beat them. And
Yep.
that's at this point in the NFL season. If you find a way to win, you're on the right track. In fact, if you can win the rest of your games, you might have a Super Bowl trophy. Texans look good for a team that's not great. Cowboys offense looked pretty good, and then I'm done.
Well, and the defensive coordinator got moved up to the booth. He's not going to be on the field because apparently the last 3 games are his proving grounds.
Wow.
But here's the problem. I don't believe – I'd like to find the defense coordinator who could take that lack of depth and talent and actually do something with it.
Right.
The defensive line is not consistent. Micah Parsons, let him go. Traded him. I mean, he's just having the greatest year ever by any defensive lineman.
Except that
right?
he's out now with a torn knee.
But he was.
He was doing great.
You know.
But Jerry's glad he didn't pay him.
Yeah. Well, I'm content. I contend he
I
would
think
not
he was
be
a
hurt if he stayed with
malcontent
the
anyway.
Cowboys. But they don't have what they have. They don't have the defense to win. They've got a great offense. I think Dak is probably the best quarterback still healthy in the NFL. How about the Chiefs yesterday? You lose Patrick Mahomes last week, so Gardner Minshew has been your patient backup, probably, and went there knowing, hey, I want to win a Super Bowl, even if I'm not going to play. He goes in and like third play in tears his ACL. They suspect yesterday, and he's done. And the Chiefs just got blown out. But yeah, tough luck to be
at
a
this
Kansas
time
City
of year.
quarterback.
Are either player back for the beginning of next season?
Probably they probably won't play but one preseason game. Minshew, I don't know. His was interesting. He tried to play through it and couldn't.
You know, Dak. One thing about Dak Prescott, he's tough. I mean, I think that probably sums up most NFL quarterbacks. We say that they can't take a hit and that the rules protect them, but I mean, the dude tore his ACL. I mean, no, not his ACL, his Achilles tendon. Had surgery and came back to play at the NFL level. That's amazing. It's one thing if you can come back and play rec league basketball, but if you're playing at the NFL level, running for your life, that's impressive. One thing to share, a big game over the weekend, Texas Tech actually beat Duke, number 3 Duke, in basketball at Duke. At a
Texas
tournament.
Tech quietly
At a
becoming a all college sports powerhouse. Softball, football's in the they got the first round bye. They're playing.
They're going to get smoked by Indiana. Hats off to the Fighting Texas Aggies and their volleyball team picking up their first national championship. What makes that interesting is it's only their 3rd season under their current coach. And the job that I think I can't be positive, the job the coach has done is phenomenal. That's just worth noting.
3 upsets on the way in.
Yeah, really, really played well. Texas
took a lot of sting off the dismal football effort.
Yeah,
on Saturday
tragic football game. You heard it all year from me that Marcel Reed would be the reason at some point that the Aggies are done, and he was. Terrible passing, terrible footwork. Didn't run when he should have. Didn't throw the ball where it needed to be.
Both
Consistently
defenses played
behind.
pretty well.
Very good
kicking game was. I mean, think about it. If they don't have that one blocked early on, it might change the complexion of that game because it was close all the way to, to the end.
For those of you that think that I'm just, wide openly criticizing, I made notes on the A&M game as it went. I said in the first series, they had 4th and 6, and they were going to go for it. But they had a false start. That ended that drive. Then Reed fumbled. Then there was a bungled punt that a guy had to fall on for no return. And then Reed, on 3rd and 12, Reed throws a terrible pass that goes about 6 yards, and they had to punt. In the second quarter, they throw a great pass. Reed threw a great pass all the way down to the 5-yard line. They run 3 plays and get a field goal blocked.
Yeah.
So it's just waste of a great throw by Reed. Then they had an incomplete pass on a fake punt that, but that because Miami was also inept, it led to nothing. First series of the second half, Reed gets called for intentional grounding. On 3rd and 17, he throws a pick. 3rd and 17, 3rd and 12, 4th and 6th. You can't win football games that way. Nobody can. Now on 3rd and 4, they had an incomplete pass. And guess what? The Aggie fans, 104,000 strong, booed. They booed the team effort. Then they had a line drive punt that the other team returned to the 31. Anyway, at the end of the deal, flash forward. On 3rd down, Reed forces a pass that ends up in an interception, and the Aggies lose. You had plenty of time to run a 4th down play. There was no reason to force that ball.
Nope.
You had time to run another play. So.
Thank you for the play-by-play. Now I don't have to go watch that game.
Yeah. Tech does play Oregon, but I do believe in my mind, in my bracket, I had them working their way up to Indiana. And if so, getting smoked. Oregon's not a very good ball club either. Tech may beat Oregon. Ohio State becomes the only team to actually have back-to-back bye weeks because they get to play Miami this next week, and Miami is just really spare.
Yeah, they would play if Tech wins and Indiana wins, they would meet.
Yeah,
in the
that's who I have
semifinals.
Tech losing to is Indiana.
But of the two teams that nobody thought should get in, Tulane didn't belong.
Neither did James Madison.
Well, you know what? Offensively, I think if you swap those two teams, James Madison might actually won their game.
Who beat James Madison?
Oregon, 51-30.
So if you're Oregon, you've got to be looking at, even though we were in control of the game, how did we give up that many points to James Madison?
And it's not like and it's not like they were all fourth quarter points either. James Madison kind of got in there at the started putting points on the board in the third quarter.
Can you see people at home just like scanning their bracket? I got him. He's wrong. No. Indiana will smoke Tech, is what I said. Oh.
Yeah, 34-6 at the half, and then they put up 14 points. But I don't know.
There's
We'll see
Ronnie
what happens.
Austin.
Ronnie
Merry
Austin.
Christmas, Ronnie. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. But other than that, I thought the rest of the games were pretty good. Even the A&M game is but you just
I thought it was terrible games. Like
I thought-
watching kicker, it looked like
the kicking
Keystone
game, but I thought
Cops.
the defense has played pretty well. We'll give them that. But here's the thing: as that game went on and as it stayed close, I had a feeling they aren't going to win it.
Well, what you'll hear from the Aggies, and I can't say that Texas.
And is there
will do
any
something.
purely coincidence that the play on that team seemed to drop off after they extended Coach Elko?
Well, I did make the comment. The only adjustments Elko's made in their last two losses is he moved the biscuits to before the gravy in the locker room buffet. They were so excited. You know, like they're so fired up. Well, 11-2, that's still a great season. We know. We went 13-3 last year. We went 12-2 the year before. We know what it's like. But at the same time, the guy who was famous for making adjustments like he did against South Carolina where they were down like 30 and came back and won, he did absolutely nothing against Texas but lose, and he did nothing against Miami to find a way to move the ball.
Yep. No.
So hats off to the Aggies for you did not have to extend that guy. Quit being a school ruled by fear. The Aggies were afraid that Mike Elko might get the call from Penn State and he might go to Penn State. You know, if you want to be a destination university, then be one. Challenge him. You want to stay here? You think you have a better chance to win championships at Penn State playing behind Ohio State and Michigan every year? Go for it, fat man. Stay here. Be a winner. Instead, they extend him, and they have 6 more years of Mike Elko. And I think they're going to rue that day.
I don't think so. I still think he's a good coach.
Oh, I think he's a great coach, but he's not going to win a championship. By the way, we're fixing to start see his players. His players are coming in soon.
So, yeah, well, that's what they say.
And
But
I'm not
they
sure-
all leave on the portal anyway. I mean, nobody's anybody's player anymore.
Right. In fairness, I'm not sure that Steve Sarkisian can win a championship. You think about being arrogant. Sarkisian needs an offensive coordinator. People say, well, why? I mean, that's what he was. That's what he is. Well, the thing is, Nick Saban had an offensive coordinator named Steve Sarkisian. Why would Sarkisian think that he can manage every part of the game and call all the plays?
I don't know.
Very interesting.
Well, maybe he doesn't have much confidence in those that are out there.
Yeah. Aggie faithful very excited. Even after an 11-2 season, they're excited that Colin Klein is gone. He's going to K-State, his alma mater, as head coach. And K-State is a program you'll never hear of again.
They only seem to do well when Bill Schneider ends up back on the sidelines.
Is he still alive?
I think so, but barely. What do you make of Muschamp coming back?
I
I like the move as a DC. I think he's now to the point where he
he
understands
knows he can't be a head coach.
he won't be a head coach anymore. So he's focused on being the best DC he can be.
And he was a very, very great defensive coordinator, and he was a fantastic recruiter. to the university. And now he's got an even better story to tell, right? I was here. We were great. I left. I've been other places. I came back to Texas. You should come to Texas. But his deal way back when was he had opportunities to go coach other places, and he tried to put Mac Brown somewhat on the spot. He said, you need to name me. It was like this.
Co-head coach thing, right?
Either co-head coach or head coach in waiting, so that it's understood that when you retire, that I'm the guy. Then I'll stay. And Max said, I'm not doing that. I mean, there may come a time when I have to serve up a coordinator. That's how it works. You fire coordinators.
And Mac Brown maybe saw that Muschamp wasn't ready to be a head coach, and he went to Florida.
Right. And he proved that he wasn't ready to be a head coach.
And then he went to South Carolina and proved again
that he was not ready to be a head coach. And he's probably making easy 7 figures working. Yeah, I think he'll do a great job. I'll never get over the fact that when I met him, he dead fished me. His handshake was unnerving. Yeah, he like, nice to meet you. And I was like, dude, squeeze my hand. You know, give me something here. Give me a pulse. Made me anxious.
Tom Price, BJ Nelson checking in. Take another break, and then let's look towards Venezuela, shall we?
Venezuela. We talked about the chopping block. White Trash Services, BJ and Scott Nelson and their team serving you and yours. Call White Trash Services at 550-1826.
Get online. Go grab some merch for a stocking stuffer. Grab a White Trash Services cap.
Absolutely.
Trucker cap. They got
fun
some nice
stuff. They've got it. WhiteTrashServices.com. Awesome. Cody, did you do that one? Did you do their website, White Trash? Yes, but no. Yes, but no. There you go. In other news, yes, but no. Chesnick Furniture. Chesnick, you know how to make your house a home. Chesnick, there if you need them. New dining room furniture, new living room furniture.
Bedrooms, bedding, beds.
Yeah, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedic, Tempur-Pedic bedding.
You go in there today and order something off the floor, you'll have it in your home by Christmas.
There you go. Parvita Wellness and the Vita Cafe inviting you to come out. Vita Cafe opened today after a wonderful Sunday brunch yesterday. Go by the Vita Cafe. BJ Nelson coming in with the unsolicited truth about the situation. He did it under an alias.
Yeah, we used to do fulfillment work for other companies when we were starting out, and so that's how that happened.
There you go.
Gotcha.
So
I was like, I don't know if I can say that or not.
copyright infringement, no doubt. Cody, soon to be served. If you're going to serve Cody, Victoria County SO, could you do it live on the air so we can cover it as he breaks?
Come on up
tears?
tomorrow.
I can tell you from experience, you're nobody until you've been sued. Went Services and Went Electrical. Went for all your generator needs. Went for all your general electrical needs. Whether you need a new plug, wiring, if you want those permanent lights under the eaves of your house,
those are nice.
Went can help you.
Uplighting in the front of the house.
Absolutely.
Off the flower beds always look nice.
Absolutely. Went Services. Atzenhofer and Atzenhofer.com. You want to tell them? You want to wait?
Let's wait till tomorrow.
Okay, we're waiting until tomorrow.
I'll make sure we have something to show the folks.
Oh, that's good. We've got it. Cody's got it.
Yeah, I
But I don't know if he
I didn't upload it yet.
He did it in his name or if someone did it and sent it to him. It's an incestuous world on the dark web. You don't know who's doing what. I don't know. I know that Cody's
on www.
I've heard as soon as the show's over, the phone rings and he goes, Uncle Elon, what's happening? That's all I know. Sometimes he goes, hey, what's up, X?
Hey, there was an interesting comment earlier. Maybe we can do it. But call us, 361-894-4020.
Sure, anybody can call.
But Brent Anderson had a question and asked, and I think maybe it's a nice little holiday way to go.
Oh, you sure
I mean,
John Anderson?
Yeah, Brent's on a cruise somewhere. I forgot about that. John Anderson asked, "What's the best Christmas present you ever got as a kid?" Brent, Carter, and Ash.
I didn't get gifts as a kid. We were Jehovah's Witness.
I made
that up.
His was a trampoline in 5th grade.
The best gift I ever got as a kid. I remember being maybe
there's a few, but
11 or 12 years old. I used to always get Jerry Lentz Sports was here at the time.
Yep.
And they were one of the people so they made school uniforms and all that. Mr. Lentz did that for a number of years. And Mrs. Lentz, Julie Lentz, who now Goodman, Julie Lentz, mother, was a dear friend. And I would go to Julie Lentz and to the store with my mom, and they would make me Texas Longhorn shirts. And that's one thing that just popped to mind. But probably the best gift that I recall getting as a kid was when I was maybe 12 and wanted a 10-speed bicycle. And I got a white 10-speed bike with the curved handlebars, where you could ride it down
or up. Yep.
And
or no hands.
And I had it so that I bet I rode 5,000 miles with a baseball glove on the handle of that bike.
The bat in between the curves.
Yeah, you have to be careful or you'd catch yourself and end up tricked.
Well, that's when you learn to lean around corners instead of turning the wheel.
Yep, absolutely. I got to where I could leave my house and ride all the way to Smith Elementary without touching the handlebars. It was just, you could lean.
And on Victoria streets, that's quite a feat.
And then big knobby tires. It had an onboard air compressor. I could let the air out. Back then, though, the streets were new.
No helmet.
They're the same streets today.
Absolutely are.
But yeah, that probably the best gift I remember getting was, that bike. Now, in other news, if you find a kid, I'm challenging you this as a parent.
What brand of 10-speed was it?
You know what? I really think it was a J.C. Penney 10-speed. I know that's where it came from. You, as a parent, I challenge you to ask your kids or your grandkids, tell me 3 things you got last year for Christmas. And I'll guarantee you that 80% of your kids can't do it.
No.
We have gift overload. And my kids are in that sweet spot now. My older 3 are all pushing 30, right? So they're fine. But the 17 and 13-year-old, the 17-year-old for sure, Caden is at the point where he opens a gift thoughtfully. I don't know what it is, even though he probably knows what it is, and he looks at, thank you so much. I really needed this. Thank you for this gift. He's very thankful, really a fine young man. And the 13-year-old is learning from that. It's amazing what a sponge he is. But there was a time just 2 or 3 years ago where they tore through and said, give me the next one. And a lot of times the boys would get the same gift, and one of them tried to be the spoiler for the other one. It was more about opening the gift. Now, Katie's baby, my 1-year-old, she wants to play with the box.
Yeah.
But they get, I think they get sensory overload, right? Well, wow. Grayson will get how many gifts this year? Like 30? Graydon, that's what I meant.
Yeah. South Texas Strutters had their Christmas dance recital last night.
Did you go?
I did, because Marley was in it and stole the show, of course.
She fell down a lot?
No, actually she didn't. She did really well. But in the lobby, there was like a Grinch, and Guilty went and bought her a gift, because you got to give her something after the show, right?
Flowers, too traditional. Canadian gives her like a stuffed toy and a bottle of Crown Royal.
I gave her a stuffed toy and a little Grinch purse.
She's like 4. How old is she?
She's 3.
She gets a bottle of Crown, shot of Crown.
Mickey.
A Mickey.
With a nipple. But yeah, there's the gift overload was going on at the end of that thing last night. But I would say I remember getting skis one year. That was a combined birthday Christmas, because my birthday is also in December. And they were nice. Fishers, RC4s, 175s. They were nice skis. Got a Crayola art set that was pretty cool back when I was in elementary school. And then I remember getting street hockey goals. That was always big, because nobody ever had.
Well, everybody had it, yeah.
And then in television, when that came out, everybody had Atari, but in television was way better for gaming, like sports games, football, baseball, hockey. So those were the ones that I remember.
So JCPenney did have a 10-speed bike when you were of age.
Yes.
And I called your mom, and she said that was what you had.
That is exactly right.
Nice.
That is exactly
Jennifer Raymer says one of her friends wrapped wooden spoons in Tupperware lids for her grandbaby one year. That's a heck of a gift, to be honest, for babies.
To give her what? Wooden spoons
Wooden
and Tupperware?
spoons and Tupperware.
And then mom can use them. Linda Chris said Thumbelina doll and a Pebbles doll. John Anderson said, I had to send cash money to everybody this year because there's a limit on how many gift cards you can purchase at once. Why is that? Did you get your envelope from John?
I did not. No, not yet. Might be in the mail.
Me either.
Zed Stewart says the best gift he ever got, his dad gave him the best horse he's ever ridden 18 years ago.
So Zed was at when he was 18, right?
Said 18 years ago.
Okay. So do you still have that horse? I don't know. I'll ask you this, Zed. Is it the best horse you've ever ridden because it was that great a horse or because you got it from your daddy?
Both?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's my guess.
Yeah. We try to give, like if I'm at the outlet mall or somewhere and I go into, say, the Adidas store, I find those little bitty baby tennis shoes, like a size 4 or whatever. I buy those for Kennedy. They're still dumb, right? They're like $30, even at the outlet mall, but she looks so cool with the 3 stripes, little Adidas shoes on. So cute.
Even though she can't walk.
Right. No, she walks now. She's up, dog. She's up.
She was standing the last time. She wasn't walking when I saw her. She's walking now? That's good.
She does things that I can't do. Like she can be seated.
Touch her toes?
Oh, she can be seated on the ground. I mean, yeah, I usually have to say something to get my foot in my mouth. She just picks it up and puts it right there. But she is seated and will just stand up. Just stand up out of nowhere.
You've got to grab onto a table and pull yourself up. And that's from sitting on the couch.
I'm the guy that's got those stainless steel rails like at the edge of my sofa so I can stand up. Yeah. Zed Stewart says both. She was a phenomenal horse to ride, and now she's raising babies.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
That is fantastic. Good story.
Horses live a long time.
I think they can, yes.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
So what do you make of what's going on in Venezuela? I think they seized a second tanker on Saturday, and now they're pursuing another one?
Well, it's Venezuelan oil that's being shipped to China. The boat that was pulled over is owned by the Chinese, is being flown under a Panamanian flag, but it's a Chinese boat.
And why is Panama involved? Is it because of their
money.
deal with the Suez or the Panama Canal?
Probably. Is it Panama when you're from Canada?
Panama.
It's Canada, first of all,
Panama.
and it's Panama.
How did Van Halen say it? Panama.
Yeah, it wasn't Panama.
It was.
Folks chime in Panama, like, hey, Ma, hi, Mom, or Panama. Are you looking it up? When you going to?
I'm voting for Ma,
I think it's Panama, the country of Panama.
obviously.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're talking about this.
We're going to Van Halen.
Wow, they're the ultimate authority.
Well, yes, the living thesaurus of David Lee Roth.
I mean, I'll wait till we get to the chorus here, but I mean,
Cody.
who better in the 80s to teach you about school when they sang about Hot for Teacher?
True story. We're back.
Although nobody had one that looked like that ever.
No. You got to like Van Halen.
I mean, I don't know. I think they were better with Sammy Hagar, though.
Oh,
Anyway.
you can let it linger. We're already in violation. Even
True.
though we have the license to play music.
Yeah.
Thanks to Magic
This one-
95.9, the mothership.
This one will get silenced
Yeah.
by Facebook for a little bit.
It'll say
It'll
your,
get flagged.
your revenue generating video is being held hostage by someone who claims you violated their rights. Here we go. Panama.
Panama.
Well, the great part is we don't make any money, so
Right.
Exactly.
they can hold it hostage all they want.
That's the funny part.
Yeah, like what are you going to do to us?
Scott Tonko says he got curling stones one year, just a bag of rocks.
Right.
But we had great imaginations.
We were poor. And curling on the asphalt. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Mark Hurt says Hagar too.
Yeah.
The Red Rocker.
No, Lisa Poole says Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You go back to Running with the Devil and some of those great songs that, our parents told us were like sacrilege.
Yeah. The ones that I said, don't listen to that
Don't
devil's
listen to that.
music.
Don't listen to that.
There you go. Junior says it's Panama.
Yeah.
It was a great place to
I
visit.
feel like he just keeps confirming what you said
That's all he
over and over again.
I think he's confirming what I said.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you, Junior.
so what do you make of the third one today? I mean,
I think he's just trying to be a thorn in the side, but it's, again, Trump, as usual, playing chess while people are watching checkers and reading his ignorant tweets.
Yeah.
Trump seizing 80% of the oil goes to China. So he's cutting into their
1.8
deal.
million barrels of crude was in that China-based tanker that they seized on Saturday. How about this? Blue Origin took a man in a wheelchair up to space over the weekend. He had a 10-minute long ride. I should say female, Michaela Benthouse.
Previous passengers included 90-year-old William Shatner and singer Katy Perry.
Yeah. $150K is the deposit
I mean,
to reserve it, and the trip was sponsored by fellow passengers. So there you go.
so you put down 150 grand for a deposit, but your trip isn't guaranteed. So if it's your turn in the rotation and they postpone it, you may just be out some
you
cheese.
might just be out of luck.
Wow.
What else is happening?
Who is Bowen Yang? Ends his run or her run, their run at Saturday Night Live, bidding farewell to the show mid-season.
no
That's
idea.
that's always interesting. That's what I'm wondering. Jake Paul gets beat up by a guy named Anthony Johnson.
broke his jaw.
Bowen Yang.
He's Canadian
Immediately, they're looking for another Asian. Immediately, you've got to have one.
and Canadian. Asian and Canadian's the key.
Really?
That he and probably identifies. So there you have 3 birds with 1 stone. Check the boxes.
I wonder why.
Oh, he was born in Australia.
Interesting. So that's how he got to Canada. He's part of the Commonwealth. I mean, does anybody really care though? I couldn't name a cast member anymore on SNL.
So Yang said to Cher, ma'am, I just wanted to say it's been an honor working for you, and any success I have after all this will be thanks to this place. Before I go, do you have any feedback for me? Yang said to Cher. Well, everyone thought you were a little bit too gay, but you know what? You're perfect for me, she joked. So, yeah, good. Saturday Night Live used to be so funny, so gifted.
Relevant,
Who is the
cutting
guy,
edge.
kind of you've got the white guy and the black guy on the Weekend Report.
Still, that's the only reason to tune in.
So the white guy is who? He's married to somebody quite famous.
I don't remember names.
I don't remember his name either.
Seth.
Somebody, and he's married to somebody.
Look, he's on it today.
Famous.
Look at him. Look at him over. Look at those fingers flying over there.
Oh, I did know the name. No, I was thinking Seth Meyers, but that doesn't.
No,
No, he's not on there anymore.
I think no.
Oh, I'm working on it.
And you know, Cody comes in and goes, I'm talking about the white guy married to somebody famous. He goes, Eddie Murphy? No, not Eddie. Yo, Eddie. What did we get down there from Marina?
how early is it? It's too early to start drinking in the airport lounge.
I don't see
as
anything
soon as
wrong
they're-
with a holiday Bellini.
As soon as they're open, I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
for sure.
Wait, asking for a friend.
Ask
Your
the,
friend can start drinking whenever they want at the airport as long as the bar is open.
ask the pilot sitting at the bar. Dean Martin does a great bit on that about being the pilot. So does Foster Brooks. Was amazing.
Who never drank?
Okay, so Colin
Oh, it's Colin.
Colin Jost and Michael
Is
Chi.
it Colin? Is it Colin? I don't know. We
Colin.
have to ask the
Oh, yes.
Canadian.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Yeah, Colin.
Colin.
Colin would have 2
Yeah.
O's.
So there's no Seth.
Jonathan
He's
Martin.
married. There we go. Johnny Hahn.
Johnny
Hahn.
Hahn.
He's Colin
Married-
Yost married to Scarlett Johansson. That's
Both of her. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson. That's what. Great actress. Great
But
actress.
again, you don't really know, right?
Cody, you got any big plans for the holiday? This is first Christmas with the baby, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
How's
She's
that? What kind of gifts will she be bestowed upon her?
Clothes and diapers.
Practicality is key,
That's right.
especially when they don't remember. You know,
Amen.
This is
sister.
interesting. The files released by the Justice Department regarding Epstein on Friday included the earliest known complaint against Epstein, which was submitted to the FBI in 1996. Who was president in 96?
Bill Clinton, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Hi, that's my friend. Can't you have a little sex with your friend? Yeah, sure. Did you hear that Trump has decided he wants to name it the Trump Kennedy Center because, he controls the board that does so. I heard he's going to name the new ballroom the Lewinsky Ballroom. And if you wear a blue dress, you get a free cigar.
He's trolling the left again. He put some plaque underneath Obama's presidential portrait.
Did he really put it there?
I think so, yeah,
You
from
know,
what
I mean,
saw.
it's obnoxious.
I tried to find something that said it wasn't real, but apparently it was real.
It's been on enough places now but he did it on Clinton forward or Bush. Yeah, Clinton forward.
He's just having fun because he can. He's committed to enjoying this second term. I mean, but if Biden would have done it, everybody who voices an opinion would say, well, Trump had it coming. Yeah. So it's cool.
New York Times reporting flu season's upon us, and it's about to be bad. Private school in Brooklyn, they're reporting closed for 2 days because roughly a third of the students became ill. I remember when nobody was in class and they never canceled school or closed school because people were sick. Kids were sick.
Drag out your N95 mask that doesn't work. Put it on.
So, I mean, come on. It's every year this is flu season.
When I see people wearing those masks in public, I always want to walk up and say, is the chemo going well? But I am always hesitant because they may actually be on chemo. So you don't want to be that guy. It's just hilarity that people
listen to this again. The dominant strain of the flu circulating this season is H3N2 subclade K.
Oh, well, if it was subclade L,
we might have it be. The H3N2 is a common strain, but the new variant is a doozy, according to the New York Times, and it may enable the virus to spread more widely. And how many paragraphs is this in? We're
about 5.
Here, yeah, we're 5 paragraphs in. Read that for me, just so it's not just me.
The flu shot may not stop you from getting subclade K, but it helps guard against becoming seriously sick.
Yet in the previous one, they just tell you it's a doozy.
Come on. Because, the flu shot
doesn't work. Yeah, once again, does not work. Oh, let's see what else is happening around the world as we peruse these slow news days that are the final couple of days before Christmas.
Well, that's like this morning on a nationally syndicated show, they spent almost 30 minutes talking about the do's and don'ts of air travel. I mean, that's how it's pertinent, right? Because people are getting ready to travel.
Yeah, it is. These 2 weeks, very, very busy. This is interesting. Ed Walker, president of the Texas chapter of the Christian Camp and Conference Association, claims that at least 173 youth camps don't have access to fiber internet service, which was a requirement now, or is a requirement now, because of legislation passed in the aftermath of the deadly flood and Camp Mystic.
Wow. Boy, this sums up today's youth. A Harris County judge set a $3 million bond for an 18-year-old adult, with the murder of classmate Andrew Meismer last week. The students got in a fight after the perp reportedly accused Meismer of stealing a $21 vape pen. So an 18-year-old man in a public school killed a kid over a $21 vape
THC vape pen. It wasn't just a vape pen.
Maybe he was high when he did it. You can't blame him. He's just trying to straighten his life out.
They fought in an empty school classroom, so they knew where they were going.
Yeah.
Matthew's saying that he stabbed Meismer in the neck with scissors that he had taken from Meismer. So now he's going to claim self-defense.
Yeah. Witnesses say that they saw him choking the victim.
He's going to say he was just applying a tourniquet.
I was trying to help him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew's defense attorney points out he has no criminal history.
Says that he was just claiming self-defense because Meismer was bigger than him, yet surveillance video shows the two are about the same size, according to click2houston.com, where we're reading this morning.
Crazy.
Yeah, this was in Baytown.
in Baytown, Southeast Houston.
Just ridiculous, folks.
Yep.
This is where we are. Kids are going to kill themselves over vape pens.
Yep.
BJ Nelson says she never wanted her kids to have internet at camp.
No, I agree with that, but the camp needs it to get emergency warnings and things like that. I think it's a new requirement. John Anderson, thank you. He says, thank you both for another great show.
We
Wade
try,
Coleman.
man. We try.
Merry
Slow news
Christmas.
today, but we
Folks,
managed
we
to pull it
wish
through
you
today.
We wish you nothing but the best, the happiest of holiday seasons. Get some perspective. Look at what's important. Understand the reason for the season. And we'll be here tomorrow. We're ready to help you get your week going. Go get them and have a great day. Bye, folks.